All right, thanks, Chris. Now let's bring in JMV from 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. John, a crazy game, an ugly game, but the Colts will have a nice flight home with a W.
Yeah, the alternative was going to be a long flight, Chris. It was going to be a long week leading up to Kansas City. So, what you ended up doing is getting that win and then getting out of Berlin and getting back here. There's a lot of stuff they're going to have to figure out, especially with that offensive line and how it pertains to the protection of the quarterback coming up here as we lead up to getting back with it with Kansas City after the bye week. But, yeah, you celebrate down the flight home, and that's much better than the alternative in the way that it looked in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what are the concerns with the line and with Daniel Jones and his ability to take care of the football? Because let's be honest here, the schedule's about to really have an uptick when they come back from that bye.
You saw Atlanta did the same thing Pittsburgh did the week prior, Chris, and got all over Daniel Jones. They got up in his face. They were coming off the edge, and he had the happiest of happy feet. He's not protecting the football. But so much of that does start with the offensive line. What happens, Chris, is this offense just has not been as good as we had seen it. Now, Jonathan Taylor clearly is the MVP of the NFL right now. He has been top shelf. But the rest of this offense, like Michael Pittman Jr., I didn't know if he was out there today. I mean, they spread the ball around so much in those games in which before they hit Pittsburgh. And then since that point in time, it's like the rest of the NFL kind of figured a little something out about the Colts, the offensive line, and the lack of protection with Daniel Jones. And what you can force him to do, he has looked recently kind of like he looked at times over that 6-year period with the Giants.
But Jonathan Taylor, you mentioned him. He's like liquid paper. He can erase so many mistakes throughout a game. Breaks the long run, wasn't really anything there. And what about Tyler Warren? I mean, if you talk about a go-to guy as a rookie that can really make some plays when you just have to have him.
I'll give Daniel Jones credit because without that third down scramble to get them within striking distance on fourth down, we're talking about something different. And then that pass play, you talk about Tyler Warren that converted and they pushed it down the field. So those were big moments of that game. But, yeah, you're right. Tyler Warren is the guy that you can count on in those big situations to make big catches and then to get the yak that is necessary because he is so difficult, Chris, to bring down.
Another concern in the special teams when you think about you can't miss field goals, you can't miss extra points, you can't leave points on the table. And that missed extra point from the very start almost came back to haunt them because they're chasing points there at the end, and it looked like that might be what causes them to lose this football game.
I thought the special teams did redeem themselves a great deal because they had flags that cost them yardage in the first half, and the second half I thought they looked much better, and then obviously there was redemption from a kicking angle. But it does make you wonder. I mean, you're short from 53, you miss an extra point. You don't want that to come back to haunt you. And I know a lot of people out there right now are kind of concerned that maybe it will. Again, Chris, as you mentioned, we see this competition getting on the upswing the rest of the year.
You couldn't afford to hit the bye with a 2-game losing streak. You made the big trade. You're thinking we're all in. But to go out there and get that win, I mean, the over-under for wins in Vegas was 7.5 for this team, and they've already hit that with 8. And now you get a little momentum. You get guys back healthy. I know with DeForest Buckner, that's going to be a concern. But that long flight home, they have to feel extremely good about where they are right now.
I mean, not only that, you look around the AFC landscape, Chris, and look what happened to Buffalo today in South Florida, and look what so far Baltimore has gone through this season. And Kansas City is catching momentum. They're in a bye, but, we'll see about them coming up on the other side. This is such a huge opportunity, and that's why they went out and got Sauce Gardner, because you have to take advantage where you are right here and right now, considering what else is going on in the AFC, Chris, around you.
Is JMV. He'll be on there tomorrow at 3 o'clock, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan, and have some happy Colts fans call in. John, thanks for the time. We'll do it again next week.
Welcome back. Darren DeVries looking to improve his 2-0 as the Hoosiers head coach. Indiana looking good from the tip. Early on, Lamar Wilkerson with the up and under as he's fouled. The senior transfer with 23 points. Another senior transfer, Tucker DeVries, playing a little defense with the steal. He gets the ball ahead to freshman Trent Sisley, who throws it down. DeVries getting it done on the offensive end of the floor, too. He buries the three-pointer to put the Hoosiers up by 11. DeVries scores 24 points in the first half. And right before the break, Connor Enright lets the half-court heave go, and it's good. Indiana up by 18 points at halftime. Hoosiers continue to pour it on in the second. Wilkerson with the alley-oop to Florida transfer Sam Alexis. IU wins big 100-77. Hoosiers host Milwaukee on Wednesday. Indiana football remains number 2 in the nation after nearly losing to Penn State on Saturday. The Nittany Lions erased a 20-7 deficit in their home stadium, but Omar Cooper Jr.'s crazy catch in the end zone with 41 seconds left to play put IU back on top. The Lawrence North graduate's toe drag touchdown has been the talk of the sports world since it happened, but it all started with an incredible game-winning drive led by Fernando Mendoza. Just another boost to his Heisman resume this season.
All of a sudden we start making those plays, and you know how it is when all of a sudden you're making those plays, like anything's possible. It was. I guarantee you, when Fernando got sacked on first down, how many people in this room count this out? Right? So, great drive.
These are game-winning drives that you dream of growing up as a kid. And so I can say I think this is the top of my career right now, and the top moment I've had in my career. And I have so much joy in my heart to share with the program and all my teammates.
The fact that I was able to control my body and get a foot in bounds and also catch the ball and score, that's just definitely got to be my favorite play of my career so far.
Ohio State is the only team ranked higher than the Hoosiers. The two all but set to face off for the Big Ten title. The Buckeyes defeated Purdue 34-10 yesterday.
Purdue football
Ohio
sucks.
State is 9-0 with games against UCLA, Rutgers, and Michigan
We
remaining.
suck.
And the Pacers visiting the Warriors tonight, a different front court without Pascal Siakam.
Speaking of sucking.
Blue Bulls down 7 at the break. Andrew Nembhard with 3 of his team high. Jay Huff with the fake. Now he kicks it out to Ben Shepherd. Another triple pulls the Pacers within 1. And again, they keep it close. This time it's Huff from the top of the key, but that is as close as it got. The Pacers fall 114-83 to the Warriors. They're now 1-9 on the season.